In a quiet village, surrounded by green hills and flowing water, lived a humble farmer named Raju. He was a man known not for his wealth, but for his calm and steady nature. While others in the village reacted quickly to every joy and every hardship, Raju remained unchanged. He always said that time alone reveals the truth behind every event. He lived with his wife and young son in a small mud house. He owned a few animals and worked a modest piece of land. What he valued most was a strong and beautiful bull he had raised since it was young. The bull helped him plow the fields and had become part of his family. One day, a wealthy trader passing through the village saw the bull. He offered Raju a large amount of money in exchange, enough to change his life completely. Raju politely refused, saying that not everything valuable can be sold. The villagers laughed at him, calling him foolish for turning down such an opportunity. Yet Raju simply smiled and continued his work. A few days later, the bull broke free and disappeared into the forest. The family was shocked, and the villagers said that this was the price of his foolish decision. They said he had now lost both the animal and the money. But Raju remained calm and said that what seems like a loss today may not be one tomorrow. About a week later, the bull returned, bringing along 2 wild bulls from the forest. Suddenly, the same villagers who mocked him began praising his luck, calling him fortunate. Raju again refused to label it as good fortune and repeated that only time would tell. Soon after, Raju's son tried to tame one of the wild bulls. The animal turned aggressive and threw him to the ground, injuring his leg badly. Once again, the villagers shook their heads and said that the new animals had only brought trouble. The son, in pain, asked his father why such misfortune kept happening. Raju calmly replied that not every painful moment is truly bad, and not every pleasant moment is truly good. Just days later, soldiers arrived in the village, announcing that every young man must join the army for a distant war. Families were filled with fear as sons were taken away. When the soldiers came to Raju's house, they saw his injured son and left him behind, saying he was unfit to serve. In that moment, what once seemed like a terrible accident became the very reason his son's life was spared. As months passed and news of the war's losses reached the village, the people who once judged Raju began to understand the depth of his wisdom. His son slowly recovered and helped expand their work with the additional animals. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in warm colors, the son sat beside his father. He admitted that he finally understood how every event had led to another in ways he could never have predicted. Raju gently explained that life is not a straight path, but a series of turns that only make sense when seen from a distance. Rushing to judge any moment only brings unnecessary suffering. He reminded his son that patience is not about waiting without reason, but about trusting that life has a timing beyond our understanding. True strength lies in staying balanced, whether life brings success or struggle, because both are temporary and both carry hidden meaning. From that day on, the son carried this lesson within him. He learned to face life with calm and faith, just like his father. He understood that what we see in the present is only a small part of a much larger story. Everything, no matter how good or bad it appears, unfolds for a reason that only time can reveal.